Hi, welcome to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota. You are watching the TPN TV and radio network coming to you live from the United States of America. Today, we get a very interesting discussion where I want for make we now all be part of this discussion. So Aziz, I don't send you the link already. So look at your WhatsApp and just put that out. I get a lot of things where I get for talk about today, but today I want to focus on more. As you can send the link as Adep and do the monologue. I get for focus more on one very important thing where I want for say go back in memory and try for right some of the wrongs then way um been not happen before. And ladies and gentlemen, I get for bring one very important guest way most of una sabi because you don't come at this program so many times, and a lot of una way na APC members them una also una also una also sabi this na the former chairman of the APC North America at the time when would have been they call the APC branch APC NA. Now the former chairman when Aziz Toure. And Aziz Toure, as we now all know, don't come at this program so many times. Aziz Toure, after he left the chairmanship, he therefore go take an appointment na salon. And one of the people then we assist Aziz Toure for make he go get this appointment. Now one of we brothers them we na Dr. Richard Conteh. Dr. Richard Conteh, as we all know, he run for the flag bearership of the APC party, as we we all know. And as they see a lot of people that they go hala about how the all them canteen and them. But there are so many people now within the APC party where they run for the flag bearership of the APC party. And not they read them people and they know more too much pan this hala where they go on. So Richard Conteh, they actually run for that position there. But also for that, we can't talk about today. We can't talk about one very important thing. If you now remember, Dr. Richard Conteh was the chief of staff. Well, before that, he gets other positions where they began at the APC party. But now the chief of staff, during that time, then Dr. Richard Conteh been get a problem. As we all be aware, then be accused Dr. Richard Conteh say, he go make a deal for the timber. Una remember about that timber gate also? Where they even get for arrest Dr. Richard Conteh, put on a Panemba road for some time, and Dr. Richard Conteh get for attend court. Well, actually, we not be know some of you not be know exactly what happened after that. You understand? We just hear this and don't pull them. Well, we can't talk about so actually what happened because during a lot of speculations then when they go around how Dr. Richard Conteh na one of the most corrupt people there na the APC government, and that stigma been just die out. Well, I don't say una one for no, right? Well, let me bring in. Okay, I don't say una one for know what happened with that timber gate, that timber problem, not so. Well, I want for bring in Aziz Toure. As I don't already introduce Aziz Toure, I want for bring and come for make Aziz Toure. Now, one of the people then we actually even they work at the office of the chief of staff when Dr. Richard Conteh. Now they even the work. So if we want to know exactly what be happened at that time, now one of the people that we supposed to bring now the program. So Mr. Aziz Toure, thank you very much for coming at the program.
Good afternoon, Dr. Mankota, and thank you for accepting me.
Maybe you can talk a little bit loud so that
Well, thank you, Dr. Mankota, and Also, thank you for allowing me for come na program for can say one or two things.
All right, thank you very much. First of all, before I even go to Dr. Richard Conteh in discussion wey na him make we dey today, I know say you yourself been the run for the deputy I think secretary, and how that campaign they go?
Well, so far, confidently, I go tell you say we campaign they go well for the position of Deputy National Secretary General for the APC party.
Oh,
They
all
go on
right,
very well.
all right. That's good. Um, you've been going to salon for go register, right?
Oh yes, definitely on this now.
So so
Uh,
so so what do you think about the registration?
uh, from me own perspective, I think say we people actually be angry for register. Some they register, some not get the opportunity for making them register. From waiting me see, especially with the first time voters. Boku places then they way they not been given the opportunity for make them able register. And even where they give the 2 days extension, and not think say be enough for make them register, but the people that indeed they register.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I hope say a lot of people that register from um William Party, right?
Indeed they register if only no dodgy game not play. The people we know the SLPP for the dodgy game. So if we know dodgy game not play, people that will register and vote. We are sure of victory. Irrespective of voting they happen right now in our party, where
Okay.
we believe say by God power it go solve. This now power people in want. So people are more shake. But people in register, they're ready for votes. And even people are way not to APC people. Waiting they go on at the country right now, it give them a responsibility, say maybe yesterday indeed better past today. So let we go
Yeah,
for yesterday back.
yeah. That's wonderful. All right. Well, I want for make me, I do me introduction, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the best person, especially in relations to this matter where they can discuss, the best person way for introduce you how you actually relate to this case. Can you please just introduce yourself? What you been they do now? The chief of chief of staff office.
Well, just like you start in the preamble, I've been there also as the chairman for the APC North America branch, a branch where with every other person we manage up to a point where we go to the final election, 2012, we win. I get an opportunity for make then go consider me for a national position, meaning for go work na salon. I go fortunately I go attach at the office of the chief of staff. But I've been there at the strategy and policy unit when at SPU, now one of the branches that way the chief of staff they cover. So I've been there as a policy analyst, and they have been start. So work up to the time where we change government.
All right. So before you continue, I just want for because I see some people that then they use the guest link. Um, I don't put I don't put I don't put the viewers link now. Most of the WhatsApp groups them. But if you want probably you can text me or just text me say yes I want the link instead of you come na the program because I not get for put you live. So and so now that one day I just want for let una know. Um, I think say Aziz been send the wrong link. The viewers link I just don't send on to Ram, so it go pass on to una. Okay, and I go it didn't have Facebook too or YouTube. If you go na Facebook, just type TPN network, you go able for see me. Or na YouTube, just go na YouTube, say TPN network, you go able for see back the broadcast. Or you can go to casters.net casters castre.net. You will able to see we back. Or maybe you can go now tpnradio.com. You will able to see back. So we got multiple platform with the show. Okay. Now that one the normal. So if you didn't have the back stage, I don't go bring you come. You will listen no, but I don't go bring you come. So go ahead, sir. Sorry about that.
So just like I've been saying, I've been fortunate for them at the strategy and policy unit. And the strategy and policy unit now one of the units then where they under the office of the chief of staff. So I work there until short a time where they moved me off for make I be the executive assistant to the other chief of staff who come when I'm Mr. Saidu Conteh CC. Work with him as the executive assistant to RAM for the time we did in our office until the time we left in 2018.
So, okay. How did you get involved into this investigation?
Well, for some people that we don't know, there was a moratorium on the export of timber, meaning they banned the export of timber in a saloon.
Mm-hmm.
I know will actually tell you the specific thing will happen, or the viewers them will make the president grant one Mr. Ali Suma for making able export a quantity of timber. So the letter they way the rights to the president for make he will able allow him for make he export X amount of timber.
This Ali Suma.
This very one. Which one are you talk about?
Yeah, you say Ali Suma or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now one Ali Suma, na businessman.
Okay.
Now in the Migi, the authority for making exports 30 containers of timber.
Okay.
So you write the letter. Usually, if you want that, you write to the president or whoever responsible, but this time not to the president. And where most of the letters and then they go to the president, he can action them to the person where he wants make he take action or make him monitor the process. Now, Minister of Education, he can forward on to the Minister of Education. But this time, because the chief of staff overall, he can say now the supervisor, they look at ministries them. So it been forward them to the chief of staff for action. When the head of the letter, which in red ink pen, say COS, convey approval. That have been the wording with they on top of that letter day.
Okay, that's not the signature.
Yes, well, not to the signature. That not the forwarding message. COS
Okay.
meaning
Okay.
chief
Like
of staff. Chief of staff
Uh-huh.
convey approval to this applicant.
Okay.
Because the man apply for make them go allow him make it export 30 containers of 20-foot container of timber. So the president forward the COS, chief of staff, convey approval. It was open. Then the letter came to the chief of staff, waiting I see.
So when you see this letter come to the chief of staff, what you do?
Well, I can't see this letter and the causeway something happened. Waiting happened. The approval we me seeing for 30 containers.
30 containers?
Yes, of 20-foot container. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, not knowing to say, the applicant, were in this case now Mr. Ali Suma, they allege that it be not export force before it come to the 30 container. And inside this 30 container, now be 194 containers. Now in them been down load now a ship. The ship been there now at key for make it go. So the alarm comes containers of timber. They on the verge for making left the shores of the country, saloon. So it come at the hearing of the chief of staff. By then, Under the office of chief of staff, you also get layers them. You get advisors them. We're answerable to the chief of staff. You get presidential advisor on health, presidential advisor on agriculture, another area, ministries.
Mhm.
So the chief of staff forward these documents to the advisor where I've been worked with. We now have been one Dr. Sheku Jibril Kamara, Dr. Kamara, SG Kamara.
Okay.
Very gentleman. So they forward the documents to Ram. As always, Dr. Kamara called me. He said, with the background in law enforcement and investigation, everything, I think you're not the right person for handle these investigations. So now the document this, read them, familiarize yourself with them. Then if you want to get a talk with the chief of staff, then I go make that happen. So now so the documents can in my hand.
Okay. You read them. Did you find anything suspicious or what?
Well, the documents will come. Now, for make I investigate, waiting then say they na wataki, waiting allege say they na wataki, which waiting dengue. So meaning I've been supposed to go now, done now wataki, for make I go verify if indeed the 30 containers with dengue now in the load or maybe anything more than that.
Okay.
So on my way going, I decide for get the documents where the initial request will come for make them go get the 30 containers. So I decided for go now Ataki, for go do the investigations. But before I go, I send a CID for make I get 2 CID officers. I also send the intelligence branch, not been special branch force, but now IIS, but not them. I call them for make them give me 2 intelligence officers them. Wait for send now Ataki, make them go. So then give me the officers then they. Unfortunately, myself been decide say make I go down now Ataki day. So this senior officer asked me, say, apart from them, one the way we don't give you want to make a company? You? I say, yeah, sure, come logo. A very senior officer and he still the serve. I know we'll call in name now.
You not go call in name. Okay.
I know call in name because every time they do is there is a need to know here and there is a need to tell. But whatever I say, I also ask the public, the wider world. If you don't get any doubt, make them ask question or make them challenge whatever they say now also today. So he asked me if he can go with me. I say yes, he can accompany me. Then we go down our attacking.
All right. So before we even go to the time when we reach there and what you go see and all them thing then there is a very important thing because if I remember, there was a very important allegations against you. Then say you now one of the people that way them bribe. You get the opportunity today for make you can tell him. Is that true?
Well, for a contract, like we say contract law for make it happen. Now, when they make an offer, then you accept. So then there is a contract, an offer and acceptance. Yeah. So me, they not been bribe me, but somebody make attempt for give me money.
Somebody make attempt for give money in relations to this particular case.
Yes, in the middle of the investigation, when the time we have been they done our Taki, somebody make attempt for give me money in foreign currency.
Huh?
Oh yeah, but I'm not been taken for 1 or 2 reasons. So I'm not been taken.
And why not take them? Why? What's not the reason? Why not take them?
One, Arab man say, I can quote an Arabic word we say, man nama laka nama alaika. Anybody we kungusa for you, there's a
you to other
person against you.
Yeah, let me interpret that in English. He who says something about he who says something to you about others says to others something about you.
So the Arab man say man nama laka nama alaika. So as policeman, a former policeman, with all the experience in the law enforcement service, you come for can't give me money, you come with a witness. Not to say if you been carry one self, I not for take a move, and I'm for take a move. But I kind of look at this. It's just too fresh. The 10 more ago, this is not the first case. And then kind here, so I've been just look at it. Probably this is a setup.
Now this a setup,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I just say I can do what they do, but no worry, hold the money no more. So
Yeah,
the person
so
feels say
uh-huh.
I will feel say the money small. So there was
Oh,
an agreement now.
uh-huh.
Say the night, then go increase and meet me. We'll meet somewhere.
Okay. So now the don't now almost the waiting up where this thing happened.
I'll be with three that MD.
Now three no more. You and then two.
Yes.
So how comes this thing leak out? You don't think say the suspicion we been get not true?
Well, I think God guide me for make I not church that money. They let alone for make I do anything otherwise because I not owe them, but the thing come out. Let alone I've been taken. Maybe then for heaven's sake, now millions then give me. So you better we are not been taken. The fear
What?
I been get, say
Uh-huh.
somebody will congo for you, it congo against you. Maybe now it happen.
Yeah,
Maybe not be a test.
because otherwise nobody not for be know. But you go able to tell who than them people, yeah?
Uh,
You know, this are the TPN they put you on the spot. That's so
no,
TPN.
I know. Honestly, people and they always say love, respect the dead. The person when I've been center in this,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, God don't take her.
Oh wow.
So now BNM, he no go day today for defend himself if I call his name.
Okay. But what
But
about
now,
the other person?
the other person, he dey alive.
Hmm.
But the Huawei now been the central person
Mm-hmm.
where now him be make the offer, he not dey alive.
Okay, so let me get on the respect of the dead.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. I will take up. But before we go back to the how they call them the queue, the water key,
Yeah, yeah.
would I been the report to at the time?
Well, now Dr. Sheku Jibril Kamara.
And
He
who is he?
is an advisor to the president,
Okay,
but he dey under the office of chief of staff.
okay,
So now to run the documents that me come for make he go handle them. He bring me in as the investigator. So directly we are all under the office of chief of staff waiting for the report to the chief of staff, but there's a chain of command.
yeah.
I know go jump go meet the chief of staff directly, say now this. So now being Dr. Sheku Jibril, now the report to.
All right, let's go back to the water key.
Yeah.
Go in. What you been able to forget the documents?
In all this, nobody not be know say there is a forgery. Nobody not ever know for say they forge somebody in signature at all. Now only when we go now Ataki, I go now the office who responsible for the exports of container because they get their offices and small offices.
Uh-huh.
By then, I hope I go are correct, but maybe I know the man who been there, I don't know if enough nickname, but then they call him Pabai. I don't know his last name. Now him
The
been
water
there
key.
now Ataki, yes.
Okay.
Sometimes any of the viewers them sometimes somebody will know the person or maybe he will know the right name. The name Pabai. So I go there, I ask for outside the desk for exports there, then direct we. Luckily now me and this senior officer now we go. Whilst the junior officers they actually been there for me to go do the actual work, meaning they pull the containers them for see if not timber day. Put down this container if not timber day. So we did it, I ask make them show me the letter way go down or make them go allow because we don't get allegations here. Few containers them may not go first. Not only the 30 way they ask, some been don't go and they in the process for care go 194. When they give somebody 30, first
Mhm.
one don't go. Nobody don't know the count at that time, but to themselves.
So
Now, Hundred
So
ninety four for
hold on,
both.
hold on. Let me just make a follow up here. Before this 30 container, how many container been don't go? And before this 30 container, did Dr. Richard Conteh know about the previous shipment where been don't go? So this now a two uh question.
Well, for just cut am short, I
Mhm.
think Dr. Richard Conte go answer the question if he know the one we don't go.
Okay.
Because my revelation where I come from Wataki was a shock to Dr. Richard Conte.
Huh.
Where I come, where like where they can say come, he debrief somebody, which he go meet before they write a report. Now be a
So so
shock.
so what's in
Now
the
be
shop?
a shock. Well, wow, go down Wataki. This by gentleman,
Mhm.
he showed me the documents. Now two documents they've been giving me. I've been always say but one. I've been two documents they are pulling at that place. One, it been there in a yellow paper. In give authority for 500 containers. 500 containers. And that documents they then copy Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Trade, ONS, other various institutions. But what can happen? Now, like if I write a letter, I say copy Dr. Mankota, copy Ibrahim Suri, copy head of immigration, then the letter go, but I not actually submit the letter to una.
Mhm.
So whoever they receive this letter directly believes say then people as well say copy,
They
then
don't
get
receive it.
their own copy.
Yeah.
Now that happened in the first letter. We go for 500 containers.
Wow.
Yes. In Bindina out Akide. So that from that 500 container day, now that man begin the ship out. Not the 30 container where they get and force. Now,
Oh.
from that first letter we go, say, come on, a Minister of Trade, he authorize them for get ship 500 containers.
So hold on. This letter we authorize am for ship 500 container. It not come out from the office of the chief of staff. It come
No,
out from
no,
the
no.
Ministry of Trade.
Yes. He now come on at the office of the chief of staff. The Huawei come on at the office of the chief of staff with the chief of staff in letterhead, the office letterhead.
Uh-huh.
Now they then forge the signature.
Ooh.
Yes. That letter day, now 30 containers. Now in. And when the letter come where the president's the president allow we say chief of staff convey approval. So the chief of staff make another letter for tell the man say approval done there for you, but it should be on a case by case basis,
Huh.
meaning the office of the chief of staff now supervision. So if this will happen, you say after consulting with the relevant MDAs, meaning EPA did it, Minister of Trade did it, Minister of Agriculture did it, if for ONS, if for coordinate with them. So when you don't do the first shipment, if anyone for come, if for consult them back and give you
Before-
another approval.
Okay.
But mind you, the documents will come. Like me as supervisor, Dr. Mankota convey approval. I not tell you how you for convey. You can convey 50, 60. But when you get on, you use a wisdom. Say, okay, my boss don't say make a convey approval. I go convey approval. But after consultation with relevant MDAs,
Mhm.
meaning ministry, departments, and agencies, because you can get places like EPA, an agency, you get the ministry, other departments.
Mhm.
So now that letter day, now the forgery come. Where in being saved for that 30 container, but then go change them, then doctor them, left them open-ended, then put the signature of Dr. Richard Conteh.
All right.
I hope you understand what I try to
I
explain.
understand what you try for talk about. I understand. I really understand. I want from press you more on this particular thing. Would they go? This now very before even I go further. As we all know, the way they watch, when I know say the culture here is this na interactive session. If you get any question for Mr. Aziz, because this is something we very are important. A lot of people they don't talk about this case so many times. So today we get the opportunity for talk to the person who actually been there in the middle of this. If you get any question, do you put it at the comment section of the platform where you watch with. If you dey watch with from Facebook, just put an at the Facebook comment. If you dey watch with from YouTube, na the same thing. If you dey watch with from Casa, na the same thing. Okay, the only place where we dey watch with you no go able get the comments na we own website wey na the tpnradio.com. You no get comment section at all. Okay, so Mr. C, is I want for press you on this.
Mhm.
How long this case don't take for from that time to now?
Well, it happened from 2014.
All right, 2014 to now is let's say about 6 plus 2 8 8 years now, right?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Why you wait till now?
Well, in law enforcement or maybe in the intelligence circle, who say I done there for a long time, we always get there is a need to know and a need to tell.
Okay.
And some investigations, then they conduct them. He done the investigations. He submits his report and everything. Maybe down the road you see something not go right. You go want talk, but maybe you go wait for the right time. And for areas like here, now US, we get statute of limitation.
Yeah.
Certain thing, if you not bring them within that period of time, then what's they call again. And
Mhm.
certain thing, and they go talk about them within a certain period of time.
Yeah.
Not to that applicable now, but maybe there is a need for make a come out and say something because I watched a clip where Dr. Richard Conteh go na New York. I think somebody asked him, a politician, they run for the presidency, for the nomination
Mhm.
for the party. So I think I believe he gets a town hall meeting in New York. One of the questions then we come, we understand say he been forged president's signature.
That's always has been
So,
the stigma.
so this cloud don't always there, and the country where they are, or maybe some other countries then they say if you see something, say something. If
Mhm.
you know something, say something. You know, I look and say maybe he no go be the best person for defend himself in that because he na the post where them be accused. So you can say all kinds of things. Somebody will say, "But na power I want, I make na this they say." So
Mhm.
the team they eat me inside. Say why I know waiting most people they not know, and I keep quiet. Maybe I think say something I go condole evil continuously. So I say make I break the silence. Anybody who gets a question, anybody who gets concern, anybody gets doubt from which I they say, I throw myself in the public.
Yeah.
Can we challenge day? Let clarify waiting and know from what you know. So I just decided to say no, make I break the silence.
Okay. Well, that's good. At least for some of we don't know the inner part of the case. We go begin to that make they give everybody where they watch this the opportunity for make you ask the question. Now the comment section of the platform where they watch. If you watch me from Facebook, just put the comment section. You comment at the comment section of Facebook. The same thing with YouTube casters. So um, Mr. Aziz story. I know say you get a little bit understanding of who Dr. Richard Conteh is and how you know him.
Oh, I know Dr. Richard Conte. I'm not going to tell you the specific month, but I know I'm during my chairmanship reign, where I've been there as chairman APC North America. And I can't get for no and through one of my executive member when I've been the compliance coordinator, Reverend Alusan Lovell.
Lovell, Sabi Lovell.
Yeah. So there was a time where we want to do some fundraising. Now it's a we get this way. fumble where he then a Minister of Trade or a Minister of Finance. Now, it be not kind of trade. Say, let we invite and make it come, make it be a guest speaker or make it come witness will function. So loosely, we again go ahead. I say, yeah, no, we invite her. We invite her, and indeed, that was a surprise. He buy tickets for himself, he come, he lodge himself. At the end of the day, he still made some donation to we.
That's not the Richard Conteh way I know.
Well, it was generous. I see him, he do all that to himself. Oh, this thing called transport. He said, no, no worry, gentlemen. So now they I can't know him. Then there was a time where we get another fundraising now Washington. By then, now the current chairperson Tonkolili, Madam Yabum, that's Lim Sise Kuruma, and I've been the president's day. So we organized a fundraising. Dr. Richard Conte also on Ion, buy tickets, come, hotel, and everything. Then he come, he creates the function. And he give we what he give we. So that happened within me time as chairman. So I say and say, it's not some kind of man we get concerned about we. Now that way there I can't sabia onto the time leading to elections where we go na salon. The third thing we bring we closer within our salon for during the elections. Now been the month of November like this. Thanksgiving Day na the corner. So we decided, say, okay, since Thanksgiving Day, let's try for do Thanksgiving for we just like what's going to happen in America. So we go to a few ministers there and heads of departments for invite them and for see how they will help the process. So we end up for well, not to end up in the middle of the process, we get for go to meet Dr. Richard Conteh. We tell him and for invite him. Then he ask we who side at the location. We say we not get a venue yet, but we'll get. We get a promise, we're not being guaranteed. So he get for tell we say, okay, if we not get venue yet, I will help una provide a venue. But if una get, I respect that I can go there. I go support una. So he give we money or make we able take care of the thing. But he also tell we say, if una not get venue, I will give una the venue, then me go take care of the function, meaning food, the drinks, and all that. It was a surprise. We can get a promise for a venue, we not guarantee. Then we get somebody who say, I will give una a venue and I will help una this way. But una invite everybody. So end up we invite the one day we come out Europe, we all go or go against the election. So we all go there. So that draw we closer to Dr. Richard Conteh that time. So now that way they are known.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Now one of the down to earth person where I don't ever meet with all your achievements. When you meet her, you talk to her just like an ordinary person, and that make more so impressed and it inspire me very much. I know say some question and don't begin calm, but when I continue for put una questions them, they can't read the question. No hesitate for ask any question as long as not to insult question.
Yeah, made that.
No hesitate. Just ask your question. It's very important because these are some of the things we need for know. Now, let we come back to this issue. You don't explain Giwi how you go now what a key where you go see the document and you realize say the document was forged. Me no did it. The viewers are not did it. Now the question I want to ask you, and I believe say the viewers then if then sit on at this chat and they ask you the same question. Would I forge this document?
Well, I'm not going to tell you the actual person who forged the documents, but then forge Dr. Richard Conteh in signature, affix them into a document where for allow the export of containers of timber out of Salon. I don't know
Well,
if it's clear. Dr.
well,
Richard Conteh in signature, somebody forge them. he fix them into a document with the State House letterhead, purporting that it's an approval from the Chief of Staff for make a export X amount containers of timber. We not be even put the numbers. But unfortunately, Usai catch the forgery when I been they go down our Taki. I get the documents where Dr. S.G. Kamara give me. We say na 30 containers of timber, 20 foot. So when I go see this one, it's open-ended to export timber, then pull the 30. So meaning they can export X amount we want.
Any amount.
Yes. So I look I think about documents where I get. Now I say make I go na the motuka. I go look the document. Na 30. This one they say no number. I like number less as we can say open small. So now the 10 that I asked the gentleman, I say, oh, sir, you get this document. They say, now from our office. I say, which office? They say, look up. I say, now the office of the chief of staff. Now the chief of staff.
So this forged documents come out from the office of the chief of staff.
Presumably.
Even though we don't want to give any name, but it came from the office of the chief of staff.
Well, I go tell you, yes, she come out from the office of chief of staff. You know what you do? I get the opportunity for make a serve directly to another chief of staff when Mr. Saidu
Conteh, yeah.
Yeah. We letterhead them. And that reminds me, where we come, we decide to make some adjustments. Meaning, if any letter, we get the chief of staff in letterhead, will happen forever go out, we go know, say, now the actual letterhead, or maybe not a fake one. So, during that time day, where I've been there with Mr. Saidu Conteh, then he entrusts me with every secret document now, they say letterhead, letters, and everything. Then all of a sudden, something happened for Commot Day. It go out. Well, then the first person responsible. Now it's staff who they work the way, get access to them. So I'm not thinking say the office of the chief of staff in documents, somebody in a ministry for kind of checker, a state house. So my presumption is that somebody will be in the work, maybe.
You get any proof?
For saying that somebody will be in the work.
Yeah, for this this documents forgery, somebody will come up from the well, mostly from the forgery itself and the origination of the documents.
I get a proof say the document was forged.
Yeah.
I get a proof it's a forged document. I get a proof say the signature on that document was not that of Dr. Richard Conteh. Now somebody fixed forged in signature fixed on it.
Okay.
That I can give that proof.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we don't talk about for say the document was forged, and based on your investigation, this document was from the office of the chief of staff.
Yeah.
Two very important things. How do we believe you without any name, any proof today? How do we believe you?
Well, one way when I will believe me say the document was forged. This case go to a court. At the end of the day, experts then come in, handwriting experts, this, that, everybody then come and look into them. He was vindicated, acquitted, and discharged.
They may call you in a court for go testify during the trial.
Then the big question where it's difficult to make I give the answer, but I will give the answer. How many people they know actually? If a document originates from me, and that case they will take courts. I mean, the first person we go see this document, and me pull and then that same document they use everything. Go CID, make statements and everything. They don't ever call me in a court or go say anything. Never.
They don't call you when you go on the forgery. They don't call you for. Are you?
Unfortunately, you see, Naimeka said the thing they eat me somehow. And I dey see am for make anybody come a challenge. And if only dem me say Dr. Richard Conteh give a fictitious document for make the export timber, and therefore maybe I for left and lose. But when they say he forged the president in signature, and nobody no ever come out for say no, not to the president's signature then forge you. I don't know if you understand, but anybody that ever comes for say, oh no, president's signature, they not ever forge a move. And we get the communication department, we get spokesman and everything. I feel say somebody for don't come out and say, no, not to the president's signature then forge. But now
Because you brought up a very good point because waiting most of we be understand, Dr. Richard Conteh forged the president's signature
signature.
for X amount of container for timber. That
So
was some of the original story we will get. So in essence, it was never the president in signature. It was Dr. Richard Conteh in your signature then forged.
I dey sit down at this platform and challenge anybody na the one whole wall. Say no to President Nkrumah in signature dem me forge. Now Dr. Richard Conteh in signature dem me forge for make them go able to export the timber. They not ever forge president in signature on this timber thing. Never. No documents. No go come out for say them forge former presidents Nkrumah in signature for this timber saga. I challenge anybody now the one whole wall. No.
Okay. So you na somebody would do go na yeah na what I go get then document detect the forgery and give a report and then all call yourself or make you go sit down na court and say okay, this is why I think this happened based on my investigation. Why you think say they not call you? Why? Do you have any reason why they not call you at all?
Mm, maybe they get their own reason, but sometimes can they because I make a statement as CID on what happened.
Okay.
And I'm sure the statement have been part of the file where go to DPP or Director of Public Prosecution and all the other people for make them go to court. But there are times if the prosecution feels say you go be a hostile witness, they can choose not to call you because he wants somebody who they make in case. If he believes say you not go make in case, maybe. But I not actually get a real clue why they not be ever call me in a court. But that's fine.
Looking at this with all these mishaps will happen where you now almost the star witness and not call you. Do you think this was just a setup against Dr. Richard Conteh?
I left that with Dr. Richard Conteh in family, good friends, so make them decide. But from an investigator, where you know that's part of my life, I could say. A 32-year career in law enforcement in various investigation and intelligence departments. Them, I think, say most time witnesses them.
Yeah.
We need them, especially somebody who get direct evidence for sure. But if they choose not to do that, whatever it is, and me no go say that na set up, but it's up to them for making decide.
Maybe I don't know if Dr. Richard Conteh go one come. I will try for Richard out and see because these are some of the things. One of the problems where Dr. Richard Conteh right now is this stigma for saying Dr. Richard Conteh na criminal, na person wey dey forge. And as you say, he can na New York, he can talk. The first question was, they say you forge the document. So since that time, they will know say they not be non vindicate am, but that stigma still persists in them. I think say probably I go one for can with am for make self can give in your side because some of the questions why they ask you so you know we able to answer and I will able to answer not so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully Dr. Richard Conteh they watch this program and it will give me the opportunity for make ask the tough questions the way I don't ask you. Now let we go to the comments. Few comments that don't come. If you know send comments, is you want for send comments, you get a question or you just get a comment, just put another comment section where you watch way from. Okay. We dey start with Gustavo Cano. Greeting from my side. Greeting, Gustavo. VK, yes, people then they talk say Dr. Conteh thief government money. Well, this is the reason why you see Aziz today come, because these are some of the things we did at the heart of a lot of people. Then say this was a problem. In fact, I don't hear some people then say, well, Dr. Richard Conteh, even though they don't vindicate him, Dr. Richard Conteh, fit to be president because of XYZ, all them kind of things.
Yeah.
So, Vicky, you are right. These are some of the perception way they go around. Unfortunately, who knows? You know. So let we go to Memuna to Conteh. After listening to Mr. Toure's statement and or investigation from the issue, I kind of confused why Dr. Richard Conteh was arrested. All right. Well, you want to say something, Aziz, again? Maybe sometimes the person been can late.
Well,
Just
well,
summarize them.
well. Now, two things I feel say we make them feel say they arrest them. But the one I not either not follow up too much, but I not ever read them pursue them. Now, been two things. One, they say the mining is responsible for loss to governments. I know they go into that and they are not know much about that. But any side way you read, they say a subordinate forge embossed in signature, and in this case, the president, which he expects to happen the next day. Whether na you or not, then go arrest, maybe then go arrest you first.
Yeah. For
So,
forgery, yeah.
so I go say something that will make.
They arrest them. Yeah, I definitely believe that's true.
You know.
All right, let's go to Samuel Turese, whose signature was actually forged and by whom?
I think I try for clear that side.
Yeah, I think so, but maybe the person
This,
just coming.
the thing they loom in the air, just like I always say, for say somebody forged president's signature. And other than this somebody, Dr. Richard Conteh, chief of staff then, forged the president's signature. The documents when we go see, will come out, will they use throughout the prosecution, throughout the case, I made a
And
trial.
they never call you for any witness.
No, no.
All
Now,
right.
Dr. Richard Conteh, in your signature, somebody forged, and I no go tell una say na the man wey I tell una say dem convey the approval for 30 container for one Mr. Ali Suma. But I no go sit down and I tell una say na him because I no been there and he not ever say na him. But all I know and all I tell the one whole world say somebody forged Dr. Richard Conteh's signature. And here is the thing. When this thing happened, when I come for Kangi at the briefing, I be go that side. I don't see Dr. Kamal. Now I say, Chief, I say, somebody forged your signature. Now, the first word to come on, my mouth was, it's not possible. Now,
That's what Richard Conteh tell you.
that's what he say. He say, my friend, it's not possible. Now I say, okay, let me rephrase. I say, there is a document out there putting your signature. I say, but I know your signature and I see them from that document. I say, I know your signature. Now I say, where? Now I say, documented. But by then, it been gets a call for go see president.
So it not be no it's that during this time, it not be no say this wahala they come.
Now me can break that news story and say somebody forged your signature. Not only the president's signature me forge. Now in your signature.
Wow. It's interesting. All right. Samuel Ture still the persist say, please clarify whose signature was you don't talk now, so I think say we'll just get for move on. Alhaji K. Kamara say, was the former president right to fire him?
Well, like you always say, the president get the right for hire and fire. So
With or without any cause?
well, like for we own states in Arizona, there is a right to work state.
Mm-hmm.
You can go now money, boss say, I don't want you, no need for explain to you.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
So it can apply to other countries than the world. So I think since you get that right there for hire, I believe you get the right for fire. So then they can give explanation. Maybe some not feel safe for give explanation. But that answer they left with the president or maybe the constitution. But I not think say even they for make they say you get for consult G first before he fire you.
All right. So let's go to Memuna to Conteh. Say Dr. Richard Conteh's signature was forged, and he suffered for that only in Sierra Leone. Yeah, how for do. Uh, he also say, Memuna Conteh also say, the person who forged Dr. Conteh's was he or she ever convicted for wrongdoing? Yeah, this is now a very good question. So you don't have to tell me the name, and because maybe one of them is actually deceased now, but if the court been can realize say yes, this person was wrongfully arrested because somebody else did this crime, then they're able to identify the person, and if they identify with the person, what thing they do with the person. So Memuna Conteh, thank you for this question. I forget him.
Well, they now ever bring somebody say, now this person here now forge the signature. Of course, I not think say they mean get that intention there because all waiting within at the air is Dr. Richard Conteh forged president's signature. So the signature them in the look with them forge now president's signature.
That's all.
I don't know if you understand that side.
I understand very
So,
clearly. Not for the viewers, then no more. Me
if you
understand.
turn out now for BC now in the very man where they suffer now in signature them forge, maybe not to that them in the look for. Now the first message will go out.
Yeah, well, that's really really it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Um, First of all, therefore, be not gets the the document first. Therefore, don't see whose signature with them first before even they arrest them. And as you say, then call them, go now the president in office. We don't know what go happen there, but this now Indian now the public. So unfortunately,
Let I just give you something very quick.
mhm.
The trial starts before even then gets the original documents.
Huh?
Oh yeah, the trial starts before they get the original documents. How they get them? Now, three CID officers then. Now they actually trail me up to prisons. One garage day where I've been to go. And I've been even 10. They call me for this document. And don't do all this. Now, this document, if they go tender document in court, the original for day.
Yeah.
I know the other one have been a schoolmates among the police officers that we go. And now for in sake me actually make I give the documents now that side because I want to add the key, make something there in writing. They say, oh, this now it can call them, therefore need this document. So I actually give them the documents. But I just want to make the people know about that. I want
Okay.
to clear everything anyway. Make it come on my chest. Another question.
Let me repeat this. Let me repeat this because this is very, very interesting. The trial starts before even then get the documents we actually get the forgery.
Because you get for go present an court. Not only the always say again be copy documents. Yeah.
Wow.
By prisons when you come out bail in streets na Freetown. Na that roundabout prison area, the one garage been there na that day where then go take them. Yeah. So whether na in a present na court, but I know say any sober-minded lawyer, if you can't get a photocopy or a scanned document, he go ask for the original. So
Yeah.
I think the antenna go up say we need that original.
Wow. That's when the trial don't start. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Mohammed Sharif say, but why the former president sacked him? Well, we don't already explain this. Now because waiting at the information will come in, and this is still I don't say you confused. I'm confused too because you know why? Number one, the president then go tell and say you subordinate. He forge you signature. You call it subordinate. You go fire him. Dr. Conteh, do you, if you dey watch this, do you give Dr. Mankota a call? I we really want for get hold of you. You see, the reason why I want to talk to you, yes, as this don't come when part of this investigation, but there are so many questions where now you only need for clarify them question there. And this thing, it don't come wrap now you eat. Now you are running for public office. A lot of people then at this stigma they don't get about you say, oh, the man look at the arrest them. Some people they not be no self after them vindicate them. A lot of people they not be no say them vindicate it at all. So they are still going with this idea. So please call Dr. Mankota for make arrange an interview with you. Can try for clear your name. It's not about the accusation again because they don't vindicate you, but for the stigma. All right. Let we go to Alhaji K. Kamara say, no, sir, was the firing justified? That's my question. So is the question where Alhaji been first asked, where you say whether they get right for firearm, in they talk about whether it's justified.
Now, two way they see the government, the president they hire. Two ways. It pleases the president to they announce them, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It pleases the president to
Dismiss.
change or fire.
Yeah.
So person. Now that way, now the traditional way that the letter go later, but most of the employment now by radio they read and the firing now by radio. So the justification for make the president fire him, he left to them. The justification for make the president fit still, you not good somebody for being on my cabinet or part of my team, he left to them. So not to me who can't tell you if the president justify for making fire, but he get that right for hire and for fire. That's I will tell you.
You see, it seems like the Timbergate is just an excuse for get rid of. That's my own opinion. That's my opinion on them. And I think I've been talking about that when that thing did happen after them vindicate them. It seems like the Timbergate was just some kind of an excuse for at least make people they not say, well, because people then get for ask question, why they fire them? What happened? So there must be something where the government get for can say, oh, now because of this, now because of this. But who knows? I go one for talk to in the Richard Conteh. Now let's go to VK. VK say Dr. Richard Conteh has been vindicated by the ACC in a hostile atmosphere where Sierra Leoneans know that the current power that will be trying to ensure otherwise. Um, for for me, this is very very convincing. Yeah, this is another case where I just read about a couple days ago. We get for do with Japanese petroleum, something like that. I think the ACC vindicates them from that case day again. Dr. Richard Conteh, bind me. Let's talk.
I think we will answer you and talk to you about that.
Yeah. We'll get for talk. Samuel Tue say, so this issue of president's signature was never involved. Yep. Based on what we are in now, the president's signature never involved.
If anybody get anything contrary, invite me back na the platform. Make
Okay.
the show me what you get. I go show what you get.
Yeah. So if you get any proof on the contrary, you are send them to me. I they bring back Aziz for make account. And you see the questions that were asked. I'm very very tough question. So I they come back. I they can ask some questions based on new evidence. But for now, it seems like the president's signature was never part of this issue.
No.
It was a made up stuff. Pa Amadou Sise, did Anescoma fire Richard Conteh because Richard Conteh did not support his intention to run for a third term? Boom!
Bring Dr. Richard Conteh.
Dr. Richard Conteh.
Now I go answer that question.
Dr. Richard Conteh now you own integrity there on the line because they don't tarnish us so much that you are one of the most, inspired people then way I don't ever talk to now the APC. You need for prove this. You need for clear this, irrespective of what somebody said. because you are not a politician. You understand? Please just clear your name. It's very, very important. You see, power na God na get them. Now that one they believe in.
Oh yeah.
Now God na get them. If God be not maxing you na leader, it doesn't matter. You know what? Now you control, now you responsibility, now you integrity and credibility. That's now you get for make them for yourself. What not get for make them for you? So forget about the power force. If God be not maxing you na leader, hey, nobody not get for able for stop that. But your integrity, if somebody tarnish them, especially in this age of social media, come out, clear that out. I know say you don't take, but today you are running for public office. All right. Let's go to VK again. Dr. Richard Conteh was put in jail for over 4 days over this time, this matter. There are rumors out there that this is the reason the Alagbas in APC are fearful of endorsing your campaign despite knowing. See, these are questions where you're supposed to answer,
Yeah.
Dr. Richard Conteh.
Yeah.
These are your questions. So let's discuss this. Vicky, VK say Dr. Conteh is the best candidate with the best chance to take APC to power in 2023. So keep putting your comment. We'd almost come to the end of the program, but um, I get probably some
Mhm.
follow up stuff to Mr. Aziz Sure. Um, we know say this been on the born you for a very very long time, and you finally come out and say to hell with the waiting get for happen.
Mm.
This has to be told. So I just want to thank you for that because you don't know me for a very long time. In as somebody we always not afraid for say the truth, irrespective of waiting are the consequence to me. But some of we when are religious people them, both now the Bible and the Quran, they always they tell you say please stand with the truth. The Quran tell you say stand with the truth even if it goes against your own family. That's what the Quran says. So I thank you very much. Now, with all this revelation we don't can tell we so um do you think the people we don't get this stigma then go able this then go able now you they call me Swazis. Sorry. Then go able watch this and say, you know what? I think this guy they actually punish him for something we don't not do. Maybe I will look this guy in a different way. You think say that's something we probably you expect for happen.
Yeah. Remember, somebody been make a comment now also where the late former Senator McCain
Mhm.
deny when Obama in the run with Obama.
Yeah, yeah,
We want woman can say Obama na this na that, but they say na Muslim. Now I
yeah.
say now I say to McCain right there say no ma'am, no ma'am. He say I know this man for a long time. No, he's not a Muslim. We have our disagreements. You know.
That was one of the legacy of
So, so
Michael.
some people and they go like you, but you go hold on to one thing. And with society, now like when somebody of status say that one a thief man, whilst now somebody of status say and they always look that boss in a thief man.
Yeah,
And they in criminology, label in theory. When somebody of status label somebody, that's stigma. They go with you for some time. So only sometimes one way or the other, maybe then clearance say how they make. Sometimes somebody go sit down and in corner and say, wow, so now so this thing be happen. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Now so this thing be happen. Not so president's signature, then forge at the repeat and also. As far as that timber concerned, the documents, president's signature, not did enough forge. Now, Dr. Richard Conteh, his signature, somebody forge for making them export X number of containers.
hmm. Wow. All right. A few other comments and don't come. Let me just go through them quickly and try for round up. Memuna to Conteh say president's signature was never involved and still yet after investigation and doctor's signature was forged, but the person work free. I'm still disturbed. Yeah, I'm still disturbed too because I was expecting say after me I believe say if actually the government been one for investigate and know the person way do them here, it very easy. And for being done, then for being able for track the person. But who knows? So things are sometimes very, very interesting, right? Let's go to Alhaji K. Kamara. This is the problem in our country. With all respect, Dr. Conteh should have done the honorable thing and resign, then call for an independent investigation. Alhaji, my brother, you did probably you didn't at the diaspora, not to so. It seems like you talk like a diaspora. We are in yeah, we get this perception, say, all these things, let me resign and try for me. How you go able create an independent investigation salon where the people that within are the highest authority ready for put you down.
One thing where I miss out, we just can't my mind.
Mhm.
When this investigation done, by then this 194 containers then they inside the ship. If I take off, if I move, if I go. Dr. Conteh instructs me for make I meet the then director of SPU, the Strategy and Policy Unit, when Professor Strasser King. Prepare a letter. Say that container where they say get that ship, that shipment, that ship will get that container. We one left. Una stop and make it not go. You can imagine how that way ship land anchor na any country. For
Mhm.
every hour or day, they pay. For make you just say make them stop her. And with, indeed, Professor Strasser King, and no say they are alive, sign that document, care and go na wataki, go left them, for make them not care them container in day. Let we say, I not come for defender. But if na him be non thief that container, then wait they call them day. If before don't just say body and make the ship just go one thing. I don't know if you understand what I try for
Oh
say.
yeah. Because it go one for them. Some of the evidence then don't left they
Make him
left.
left the country.
Yeah,
But
left the country.
na him say make we stop the ship. Then stop that ship there. Then offload the 194 containers there. I think na 2016 then auction them. Yeah, and I think I remember 2016. Now then sell them containers then. Yeah. I've been just to make that side clear. Anybody who gets any contract review, invite me anytime. Say somebody don't come up with something different.
Yeah, so before I go to VK, let me go back to Alhaji. Alhaji, these are this some of their suggestions are then go only work in a country like the United States or some European country where get this advanced justice system. But in a place like Sierra Leone, you know what's in the slogan, right? From the from within above within.
Well,
That's the slogan.
well,
Uh,
others from above.
Others from above.
No,
All right.
no,
If
but make I just help you back one side to waiting allergy they come up with. Now, Salon, the only investigating institution where we get, now we can add other one, but not the police. We not get like a private investigation firm.
yeah,
We not get anything like another person and say, okay, the police on a partner with ONS for making investigate this. And it happened in this case. But maybe Dr. Richard Conteh ain't go tell una because ONS involved. By then, the deputy director or the director by then, Mr. Christopher John, he gets a report where he writes about who that confess to and say, na inside, or not to be placed for can't tell una, because not to me the person confess to. So maybe anybody can come for cancer, but the report's been there where Mr. Christopher John writes.
okay. Eddie Cisse, I think you didn't at the the guest line. If you really want for put your comments for make we read them, you need for go na YouTube. Just go type TPN Network. You go see the live or Facebook TPN Network. But I go read them because you put your comment na me private chat where the chat with the guests privately if I need anything. So, but I go read them since I believe say you want for put on the public chat. Um, then I go back to the public chat. Eddie Cisse say, I am Eddie Cisse and I worked with Aziz and Dr. Conteh at State House. I was there that day and Aziz consulted with me on that day before going to Wataki to investigate. Mr. Aziz is telling absolute truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I am willing to confirm this under oath. The president's signature was never forged. It was Dr. Richard Conteh's signature that was forged. I saw all the documents. Please read. Okay, I don't read them. So this na another somebody we been dey work with Aziz Toure, we just can confirm say yes, it wasn't the president's signature, it was Richard Conteh. Then forge his signature, they arrest and then put on a jail. It's very interesting. All right, let's go to VK now. A crime was committed. The one accused has been vindicated. Who will be held responsible now? Will I? Wow, Dr. Richard Conteh just pop up. Na the live guests. Dr. Richard Conteh, if you want to say something, put on at the private chat, or if now watch no more you want for watch, that's fine. All right.
But then don't call his name too much. Somebody go don't tell and say.
Yeah. So go watch channel. All right. If you want to say something in public, that's fine. If you not okay, I think you don't put something at the. Oh wow! All right, Richard Conteh is ready to come out now. So this is getting interesting now. So I will give more time for Dr. Richard Conteh. Richard Conteh, when you settle down, just let me know. Then I will bring you come in. Thank you very much for coming at the program. I believe say you've been a watch that make you come. Okay, let me bring in now, Dr. Richard Conteh. You don't put something at the. All right. Oh, the salon is there, right?
Hello.
No, come back, Dr. Richard Conteh. Come back. So, um, I think you don't lost connection. All right. So, as we dey wait for Dr. Richard Conteh, let's continue with this um, comment section. Let me read back VK. VK said, was committed. The accused has been vindicated. Who will be held responsible now? Will the matter just be dropped? Is that justice? Well, my sister, I think na woman, this is how life is, especially when it comes to Africa.
Yeah. Something in the way happened in life.
Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. Okay. All right, let's go to Pa Amadou Sise. Why did the media never cover the story when the court vindicated Richard Conteh? That's a very good question. Because now only people like we so we been they follow this case. Now we know him. Dr. Richard Conteh was vindicated. A lot of majority of the people them. All right, doctor don't come back. Majority of the people them, they not be no say. Actually, doctor. Okay, now doctor don't come back. Let me bring him come back. All right, Dr. Richard Conteh, thank you very much for coming. You hear me? Okay. If if yeah you hear me? Dr. Richard Conteh, you hear me? We they see you, but yeah, I know say the talk. You audio, make you audio. Yeah, na the mic. Oh, na the cell phone, right? Na cell phone or na computer.
I think na cell phone. I think na cell phone it is.
Yeah, we dey see the most they move, but we know the area. Okay. If you just go to na cell phone they use, put on the private chat, but let me see. Let me able to help you for look if na iPhone they use, then you need for go na the settings and okay. If na iPhone they use, you need for go na the settings for the first time because iPhone sometimes can block. Oh, I say something.
I think the audio they on now.
Yeah, it seems like you get audio, but the connection is very. If you know what they call, do you, okay, I can call you na the phone so that we go do now.
Yeah, audio now.
Yeah, na the network and that, say. If you know what they call, I can give me your number na salon if na dey so that I will call you now the phone so we go do audio instead of just video.
I don't know if they read.
Just put your number na the private chat so I go able to call you. I think I supposed forget your number. Let me see. Na me, yeah. Na the old and call na the network. Network is very bad. Doctor, you hearing me? Yeah, you come back. Okay, hold on. Let me. You hearing me?
I hear you, yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now, yeah. Okay, I said thank you very much for kind of the program.
You're welcome.
So let me ask you a very simple question where everybody where they watch where they for ask you. After them vindicate you, why you not come out publicly and try for clear your name?
Well, I believe say I know be one for rock the boat. And for me, where the court don't clear me for lack of any shred of evidence against me, I go to church, I tell God thank you, and I forgive everybody we get any hands whatsoever for playing that. Because I believe say God will get a reason why he allowed that to happen, the time when it happened. And so since God don't intervene and he don't free me, I say, Richard, move on with your life. Leave them. Let God take care.
Wow, that's really really inspiring. Now you want for run for public office. A lot of people they still get this stigma for say Dr. Richard Conteh, they accuse her on this. People they know they talk about the vindication self. Now about the accusation no more than they focus on. Waiting are the best way right now as you dey run for the public office where you go able try for clarify some of them perception and way people then get. As a
You know,
politician, not as a Christian.
no,
As
you know, you don't call it perception. Somebody we don't convince himself about something. No amount of talking not will change the person. You know, the problem we'll get now Sierra Leone now that some people they can feel say how them before behave if they been there in your situation. Now so you don't behave. So therefore then they accuse you unnecessarily. Now that make them go let me feel say I was very powerful. So then say me forge president's signature. You know, first I believe it's part of what as is a talk. First whether they sack me first, they say for they say may not be transparent enough. It may not be open and transparent in a mining agreement. And then the second reason about the timber. Interestingly, in the mining agreement, not to me sign mining agreement. I did not sign the mining agreement. I did not sign the term sheet. There was a breakdown in the negotiations between the committee with the negotiation with the NAMI office and the investor. So the investor reports to president. President asked me for intervene. So I intervened and I resolved the impasse. And we agree on a term sheet. The term sheet I've forwarded up with my lawyer to the Ministry of Mines. To this day, me, Richard Conteh, I not see the signed copy of the mining agreement. They say me not open and transparent. How can I fail to be open and transparent in a mining agreement I did not sign? The second one, they say timber. They say me give open-ended directive when there was a directive for 30. And at that, as this they tell you about, when they go with me letter where I write of the 30, now Wataki, then go see another letter where open-ended, which did not come from me. And right in court, the handwriting specialist, Nyakoi, being therefore established that when they do the analysis, when you, in your normal course of duty, you sign 10 times, all of those 10 signatures can never be exactly the same.
Yeah.
If they measure the angles and blah, 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 the shapes of the letters, there'll be slight variations.
Mm-hmm.
But if they take you one signature, they photocopy and 10 times,
that's the same thing.
It will be the same.
Yep.
So what did they do? Then go to my office, then take all a set of letters where I be done the sign, then check they were all different. Then come, they invite me a CID, they ask me for sign 15 times, then check them all like the same. But when they go now, this letter, this open-ended letter where this guy care go, now their offices in our Wataki, when they go take those letters now, they see say they're all exact. So the hardest specialist, Madam Nyakwe, concludes say only machine na he would. So therefore, somebody forged the signature, And as this we talk about Christopher John. Christopher John was the head of intelligence, and he was asked to investigate independently the issue about this timber. And in conclusion, was that my own signature, and say he forged his signature. Now they say, why you not arrest Ali Suma? Now you say, because he not get power for arrest. So the other and then they send call the IG, Munu, the assistant Moebe, and the head of CID, Sizeman, for make them come. So they come, so they ask you all for stay in the State House until they arrest Suma. So then go arrest Suma. After they arrest them, they tell Suma, Richard, since that you, they forge your signature, go back. But in my case, the government case, now I go present, only for make I get the shock of my life. I go there on a Saturday. Instead of being a prosecution witness, I became a suspect on a Saturday. The next Monday, I was sacked. A few days later, I was in detention. And I stayed in detention for 16 days. From there, they keep me in court for 3 years plus. And before they finally come and say, no evidence against you.
Hold on. Then you've been in a court for 3 years?
Yes.
Wow.
And they not ever bring any evidence contrary to ever. When they take me going to court, they charge me 2 things. They say forgery, and 2, they say conspiracy. Conspiracy, they say me, from the office at State House. Now me say, me post not pay na Wataki duty. Funnily, when they call the NRA guy from Wataki, they ask if he sabi me. Say me no ever talk na phone self. Let's to talk about a letter from my office to his office for say no pay. The handwriting specialist established say the letter did not come from my office. In fact, if you even look at the letter everybody use, it is faded, which means they take any letter we don't come from the office, then scan. And if you even see the letter the way they use, some of the information way they at the bottom of my letterhead is not show because they simply scanned an old letter, but they not even set the T5 medical scan and get everything from the letterhead. Some lines at the bottom were missing. That is what they used for go and get themselves unended. And like I really, as it don't be 194, so now 199 containers. Now I get information say they still get 199 containers where they're not ship, where they just one for ship, they don't start for load them onto a ship. I'll be there on mission. As I get the information there and then I instruct, I say, move now to Stosakin. I want to talk to her. I say, I called Stosakin, I say, please do a letter, write my name and sign for me, instructing that ship to be offloaded and let the containers be kept. I said, because this issue is under investigation and those containers are exhibits. So if me that being a partner in the deal for export the timber, naturally, I'm for don't glad Isabel and go so that we go shape the deal. Because in 2016, when they sell it, they get over $2 million. So they book money. So before easily don't allow me to sell so that they go give me money maker. It's why I stopped those containers and they stayed there till now, So now that happened, and when we can accord, the only document where they present, now the document where they forge me own signature. So it was like saying I was charged for forging my own signature. So how can I forge my own signature? How? It's ridiculous, and to this day, I don't understand where all of that they come from. But I trust, say, God knows where all of them they come from, and at the appropriate time, the right thing will happen.
Doctor, I get one question where I ask Aziz way able for answer. Maybe you go able to answer them. Do you know who did this? Aziz know, but they tell me. They tell me.
Would I forge my signature?
Yeah.
Ali Suma.
Ali Suma.
Yes.
So now the guy
the contract. I go confess to Christopher John.
Okay.
I go confess to Christopher John, say he forged my signature, and that make president order for make the arrest.
They arrest him?
Yes.
And after
then they charge me and him together. We go to court. After the door sack.
Sorry. So after they don't find out say Naim forge his signature, they arrest and then charge you and him for going
yes.
For the forgery.
Yes.
Oh boy. Well, I don't know.
So I went to court for forging my own signature.
Yeah. This is very, very ridiculous. A good that way Aziz come and now you come make some of them clarifications there. It very, very bad, but based on what you just first tell me, you're not a religious person, way very, very devout. Because if now other person, it is out there for try for defending him, but you say, you know what, God is not the best defense, and you go left hand to God, may God defend you. Well, I know say one of the aspirants them, but only now the ITGC right and then the golden call. So how was your campaign? How is it going?
I think it's going very, very fine. It go a lot better than I could ever imagine it could be at this time in the race. Considering the fact that I've not been there part of the one the way in the campaign in 2017 for the flag bearership. Maybe done they out of government 4 years before then they left office. I go say a new kid on the block. And I think say I don't come a very long way. And considering where I stand now in the race, I think say I have every reason to be grateful to God for how far He has brought me.
As is how you get anything where you want for your former boss?
Which I have for ask me for my boss? No. My boss remains my boss. I have
No. Now, as this are the talk, I say if you get any
Oh, okay, sorry.
for you.
Well, we glad in the courage we get, where he believes say if I forgive them people then they and ask God to make you pull that in their mind. I think say that our best way for go because for the fact you have a grudge for somebody, the person they sleep, you know go sleep. Just they always think about waiting for happen to them. But when you forgive them, you forget about that. I think you get a restful mind. Just like I say in my own case, I hope you not feel bad for all this time, but you better way I do it on my own. And I ask if anybody gets anything different from what I say, make it come out, make it show me evidence. But I think say I will sleep and finish my sleep as far as this thing concerned. Because they don't begin to go, I don't let them out. So I will tell them, say thumbs up, make it keep it up, and I wish them the best.
Thank you very
Doctor,
much, Azim.
yeah, doctor, I just want to make a give a minute or two for make you tell the world when a Doctor Conte, Doctor Richard Conte, and waiting you want for let people they know who this Doctor Richard Conte is. I know see you na household name, but for the I know say you don't left public office for a very long time. The one they way have been 16 years. Today now 20 something years or even more. So some of them people then they may not know the young kids there. Now and politics mostly now the young kids are the see them in the street. So I dey give you 1 or 2 minutes for make you just tell me whether na this Richard content and what you want to make the public know, Sierra Leoneans in particular know. And now that you dey run for public office, wetin distinguish you from the other people then way you dey compete with?
Thank you very much, Mina, Dr. Richard Conteh, former teacher, former lecturer, former civil society activist, former international civil servant, former minister, politician, and currently a businessman and a politician. They aspire to be the flag bearer for the All People's Congress for the 2023 presidential elections. I don't demonstrate over the years because say I love my party, I'm loyal to my party, I'm sincere
Yes, I'm in an interview.
to my party, and I don't make sacrifices for my party at different times and at different levels. I don't demonstrate, say, I can take risks for my party and are ready for take further risks for ensure say the best happen to my party. I don't demonstrate say I compassionate when any member of my party gets a problem, gets a need, where I can, I will always help. I don't demonstrate say I get the experience, the expertise, the wherewithal for lead my party against we neighbor them and win. And I believe say I get what it take at this moment to provide the leadership where the party need now for unite we all as APCians, for unite flag bearer aspirants, for unite leaders around a common vision, a common aspiration for get victory for the APC and for redeem this country. And if there's anything we need now that the party and our country pass all na unity. And since me na the only original and authentic unifier, I think they are best placed. I don't demonstrate that because I will bring the company together, I will work together with them, and I believe so together we can make a formidable team for go against the SLPP and win and redeem this country and put this country back on the right pedestal for sustainable growth and development. That is why I'm in this race.
Well, I just want to thank you. This is kind of an impromptu, but we will find a time when we sit down and actually talk about your strategy. Right now, this is a kind of a summary. I will find time where I will call you. Let me bring you kind of the program. Let we sit down and talk about. Now, what I want for start for what they do is the reason what make cannot so much go into the una way they run because me they look at this say everybody get an opportunity. So, but what are the been the time for do now? I want for make some of una wey dey run, I go dey bring una. I can't tell you exactly wetin na you strategy. What you want for the country? What you want
I,
for the party?
I look forward to that.
Yeah, definitely.
I
I will
look forward to
try to
that.
do that
Look
by
forward
God's
to
will.
that.
So
No
thank you
problem.
very much, Dr. Richard Conteh.
You're welcome anytime. Thank you very
Oh,
much. And thank you, Aziz.
I've been call you when I've been here say I think you lost your Pekin or something.
Maybe can, yes.
Yeah, I've been call you and I don't know if the number what I've been getting are the same thing. So I even send a condolence, but I know see no response. I say probably the number where I send not to the same number you get. But
Zero seven eight 078 It's my number.
okay. Hold on, let me 078 34 34. All 34 34 34.
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right, I will look. Well, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. That's now Dr. Richard Conteh. As in, since now you know the guys, let me just finish quickly the comments we come then we'll go round up, okay?
Okay.
All right, quickly, let we do them. Now when I come to say VK, I totally agree with you. This is a fearless leader who is ready to sacrifice himself for the country, people, and party. Michael Coker, what is the topic here today? Well, Michael, you don't hear it now. So this is about the vindication of Dr. Richard Conteh from the Timbergate. So Mr. Aziz today, where you see now, now one of the investigators then they look into this case. So he come today for making can't tell you waiting at your side of the story. Because for the past how many years, we don't know the correct story. So I just want to tell him plenty thank you for come. And during the discussion, which I content been the watch and instead self come because I've been tell her say you need for come clarify yeah your name. VK say APC Alagbas afraid to endorse Dr. Richard Conteh as flag bearer because they fear that they have done him wrong and think he will retaliate if he gain power. They know they know he is the best candidate. Okay. Um, Samuel Tue. In all of this, I admire the loyalty of Dr. Richard Conteh to former President EBK and the APC party. He has never said anything negative about the president nor the party. Real party loyalty. Okay. Samuel Tue was Christopher John invited to the court. Did he reveal the confession to the court? Aziz, you get any question on any answer on this?
No, I think anytime we invite doctor, I think we will tell you if Christopher John been going to court or not.
Okay. All right. Dennis Ahmed Modu Koromam. If no one was caught guilty of forging Mr. Contest's signature, is it possible for him to forge his signature? maybe, maybe I don't think they arrest him because he forging your signature. I don't know if you call him forge because if not me your signature, it's not.
Yeah, yeah. If your signature, nothing say forger.
All right, Michael Coker. Dr. Richard Conteh was vindicated in the forgery case, but he is still corrupt according to the COI. And I don't know what the time we talk about because the ACC, sometimes the ACC case where they talk about that Japanese petroleum product, that they back and don't vindicate them. The ACC be don't pull them. So I don't know who's one way they talk about again. All right, Pa Amadou Sise, Richard Conteh was the fall man for Anes by Chroma's failure. That question he asked. Maybe somebody says that. Richard Conteh was the same thing. The fall man for Anes by Chroma's failure third term bid. Oh, so if they talk about say now one of the people that we make uh uh Anes no go third term. So it might be who knows. Anyway, when Abrian come, we'll talk in details. Ajibu Jalo. Listen, Michael, it explains itself. All right, Pa Amadou Sise. So I believe now that an Eskroma sacked Richard Conteh because Richard Conteh did not support his third term bill. Me not say so, so don't can give me trouble. Ajibu Jalom. Michael Lucas say Ajibu Jalom. I joined late, but following now. Okay, now about the topic. Yamuna Conteh. The so-called Suma service serve jail time. I think he said. I don't know. I don't think say serve any jail time. You know, Aziz.
No, no, someone else did not have that.
Me. This case, the more I listener, the more I dey get so suspicious. Very, very suspicious. But how somebody they make criminality against them, then even though they don't can find out say na a forgery, then charge them back for the same crime. Now this me not understand. Ajibu Jalo say, Dr. Conteh is a fine gentleman. He has what it takes to put the party and Sierra Leone on a path to prosperity given the opportunity. He was deserted like black plastic by many, if not all of his colleagues when he had his problem. Yeah, a lot of people then stay away from him. It was very, very terrible for Dr. Richard Conteh, to be honest with you. You know, but you go know your friends, not to during the time of peace and harmony, that during the time of problem. Because they say a friend in need is a friend indeed. So unfortunately, he was abandoned. I remember vividly when he walked into the convention hall, Mong
Monk Bentley.
Mongili, in 2017. He can be trusted anyway. Yeah, I totally agree. Now, one of the people that we I really, really inspire. Very, very down to earth. We don't want Richard Conteh. Cut us Samura Kamara all the way. So we go beat and twice. This na NGC. I need to talk so. Hey, you see am where with that guy today wey be dey tell you say well NGC and SLPP na the same people there. Now you just don't can confirm say yes because NGC no able beat APC. The only way where you go say we dey beat na through SLPP. I can go back on the left. Okay. Alusan Samura. Oh yeah, and Alusan Samura na him been there against Michael Kukaba or something like that. Thanks, Mr. Conteh, for having the courage and clearing the air. And I don't think Mr. Conteh wanna deal with this issue. Mankota, the issue about peace for the APC that's what to talk about. But I talk about that one day last week. You know, been the last week. We talk about that. Yeah, we go still continue for talk about that. Maybe the next week we will talk about that. Okay. So all right. Okay, he say let talk about APC when I bring Richard Conteh again. Okay, let's see. Until I don't begin ask us certain question about the party, I will do and when I bring come. Then it's Ahmed Madu Koroma. If no one was caught guilty of faking Richard Conteh's signature, is it possible for him? Oh no, I think we don't done this. So why you double post them again? I don't know. But in any case, somebody send me private. This now ADCC. All right. Thank you for clearing the air about Japanese issue with ACC, for which it has been totally vindicated. Yeah, that one they have been saying a couple days ago. Mr. Aziz is Aziz Ture. Your last word.
Well, my last one will go for we party actually. This I just do and for make I will clear the air and make her feel peace. Make her get peace in within myself. Because maybe some people and they not be know how this thing starts. So the point where we reach. Maybe some people have been they ask the question or we can continue for ask the question. Say we understand say you forge president in signature. Maybe if they go believe now say Dr. Richard Conteh not be forged president in signature rather than in signature than be forged. something that will lay them out. And I hope that will actually go away. For we party now, we know, like the usual talk, we party then at the crossroads, but all is not lost. Something can then so 2007, I think we will get similar thing. Not exactly the same thing, but we will get something similar to this. At the end of the day, we come together. APC, we know we serve for be a family. And within the family, we can get disagreements. But disagreement not mean say we hate ourselves. By God in power, we will solve them. The animosity or look somebody feel say na enemy, that will not be too suspicious. It's difficult for make you see the war where they end na the battlefield. 10 chances to 1, the war, most time when they negotiate, they kind of table, they
Mhm.
talk.
Yep.
So we get two disagreed factions wey na been one unit and still na one unit, but then disagree. We believe say dem go come together, then we'll move forward. The only thing we know say time don dey beat we,
Yeah.
but trust me, with the APC wey me know, the registration wey me go see, 1 month to election, we get a flag bearer. We no wish for that. APC dey win election. If na clean, clear, transparent election, na salon. We no wish for that, for make it be 1 month. We want make it happen now, make we get to flag bearer now. We finish lower level elections, get with national executive, get a flag bearer. We want to make it happen within the next few weeks. So make nobody not discouraged, say, hey, Sonko, APC this, they not ready it. Somebody go say that in a quiet corner. But APC will come together, and I believe in we will win elections. So I just want to send that out. Maybe people can get the courage. And, now like we want pick a national team, Leon Star team for me and go play. They pick from the different clubs them. All the players that they see, everybody they participate, you want in at the national team. Now that we get in the area of different flag bearers. Everybody wants. But all going at the convention, and then they go pick who
Mhm.
that actually for lead way.
Yep.
So law patient yourself, law manage yourself, law not see yourself as enemy. If he did now by Bure Warriors, me then na Usum Stars, the other man then na Cambo Eagles, we the fight for going at the Leon Stars team. So the participations then different. At the end of the day, when we come, now then they pick for Meku Gelda go actually then at Leon Stars team. Who sign at that? Now the National Delegate Conference. Go
Exactly.
for convention. Then go, we choose who that we want, and we move on. So they allow not be enemies. They'll continue, they'll get courage. Victory is on our side.
Before I say anything, Eddie Cisse say he want for know whose position where he run for. I
I
think the
dey
guy.
run. I aspire for the Deputy National Secretary General of the All People's Congress.
So Eddie Cisse, don't worry.
One
We
get a better
we
secretariat, more.
we is talking na me backstage. You know I'm coming na me backstage. Alright. Well, if Samuel Sa Bayo say APC needs to put the the house in order. They they win. The winner
You know,
will in their favor 2023. I am watching from Sweden. Thank you very much, Samuel Sa Bayo. All right.
when you go, when if we will go for the registration, if they see the people them wait for votes, then ready. Now for me to say today are the candidates this. And even people that were not the APC, are just like I say at the start, they don't believe now say yesterday better pass today. And with the markets, the vehicles them and everything, where they go for go buy fuel, they need to ask if you know SLP or APC. Where they go to markets, they not go ask if you know SLP or APC. Sometimes we will be the expect say this thing will happen to we. But not to their own supporters. They not be the expect something like this. Some of them, we not friends them, but trust me, we the battle them in their own system. So people are ready. Now for me, we fix yourself. We are going, we will take back.
Yeah, definitely. And Ajibu Jalo say, Amen. Good talk, Chairman Aziz. Always. May God hear your prayer. And Memuna Conteh say, um, Michael, we want a leader who will beat you guys, not a leader you guys will win over to bad. And that is Dr. Richard Conteh by God's grace. All right. Well, first of all, I just want to take this opportunity, Mr. Aziz, today for thank you very much for kind of the program. As always, this is not your program. So anytime when you get anything we want for share with the public, is always available for you. And I want to thank you for come tell we what you know because without you coming here today and tell me exactly so many things away, some of we don't know. If I've been buried because as hearing Dr. Richard Contem, you don't have to talk about that much, but coming here, I think you clear the air and you make way for make we become enlightened, educated more for some of them here. So I want to thank you very much. Coming to you the position where they run, we just the pray God say, may God give you the opportunity for make you able to serve na that position there. The APC party need young folks. No matter what is somebody tell you, we really need young folks. I'm not saying we don't need old folks. We need them still because experience is very, very important, right?
Yeah.
So, but sometimes experience is not enough. You need energy
Yeah.
and you need new ideas. And like always,
We go always tap into the knowledge.
yeah, always, yeah. And
If now one quick to make I just say, I think quick now let me tell the young man them, they say make all man go make them kill them daddy them or them the old people in the village. The king tell them. So all other man they go do the same thing. But this young man go tell his own daddy and grandpa and say no, say go hide me some side. Go hide them. So the king, if you want, he rarely gets where I go manipulate no one the old folks. So he called the young man them back. He said, oh, they can't build one powerful mansion now the sea. He said, I'll need una all. He come, he brainwash and everything. Yes, we they go tomorrow. He said, but when una go tomorrow, he said, ask the king, say, make him go, make show side the peg, then they tin up na the sea. Make him work a good day. When he show they then una go. So long short, long story short, and go the morning time, they're all glad you waiting because everybody say ready. Now the guy is here now. He say, King, we ready for doing now. He say, but if he only work out for go show with him, how we put the peg there. He said, then we would build this mansion there. Now he say, when I older man, they not killing daddy. Now big man sense, now big man get that sense, they go to you sense. So you always need the old part them,
yeah,
big one, they made them then at the side. You go bot or you go jam your head. You come to them, then get something for tell you. They
yeah,
always for day for help
yeah,
you. You
yeah,
know.
definitely. It is unfortunate that we they go through this, but it is not unique. As anytime when an opposition, well, a party come on a power, there's always chaos. There are so many things that make
Mhm.
sometimes the people that we able to do things are the people that will get level headed and sit down and say, hey, I know say everybody in Hatwam, let we calm down. Let we just let we accept everybody for God's sake. That's all me now that one that I want. Let we accept everybody. Hey, if God be not maxing as is today, a leader, nobody not going to stop that.
No?
If God don't be not maxing of young and let people they say. So if we just come together and stop this fight, it very, very sad.
Yeah.
So like hopefully, like what as you say, when the time reach, we all they come together and um come on at that holiday with one word and peace. Now that one they made the pray God for. So um let me just read this quickly. Uh, well, a lot of people, some people they say, Aziz, good luck. Let me see what they call this. Aziz, hold on, right? Aziz, Aziz Toure, good luck on your endeavor as Assistant Secretary General for the APC. You have my support. And Musa Conte say, few months ago in New York, I attended a friend's daughter graduation party. The next thing we witnessed was Richard Conte's wife and a few other in support of Richard Conte's busted into campaign mode, much to the chagrin of some of us. That was a bit grown campaign that that we do not appreciate. Members should know when to politicking, especially not APC whose house is chaotic. Musa Conte, I understand. So sorry about that.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, we'll come together.
Samuel today say God bless you, Aziz. And Alusan Samura say Mankota, it's time now you guys to come out and voice and identify yourself to Peter Conteh or the 12 man plus grassroots. Anyone who is saying, trying to be neutral, that person is the most dangerous person for the APC. No, you don't have, my brother. I don't talk to you about this. You don't have to be align yourself. I align myself to the APC, and this is the problem. Yesterday I talk about fanaticism. There are people who just believe same. You either support me or you are not APC enough.
Yeah.
Or you either you get for take sides. Why would for go take sides? Now the same party. This is the same party, my brother. Look at what they go on with all this take side, take side. Look who's we did. So I think say we where they try for bring the two groups them together. I don't bring Abdul Kabun at this program. I don't talk to Alfred Peter Conte many times. I don't bring Ankan at this program. I don't bring other members in at this program because I want for letting people that see the need for make we come together. I don't have to be a member of the 12 man or 13 man or 15 man or 28 man. I don't care about those type of things. Since why didn't I what they call it? A lot of their subgroups here, affiliate groups here, they don't reach out to me for make a be part of that. I say no. I'm a APC, and that's what I'm gonna be doing because I want when some of them here happen, I get the free will for make I say something, and me now somebody when they forget for say something. But the moment I align myself, I become biased. Anything that way I say, when I'm not true or not lie, people then they look at this face in the prism of me association. So if you don't take side, you get the right to take side.
Yeah.
But don't force us to take sides. You know, that's not all I want to say. So, Aziz, thank you very much. We don't count down to the end of the program. May God bless you.
Thank you so much for allowing me for can say this today. And I look forward for show up more and more and more by God
Yeah.
power. And when the campaign starts, not only me campaign for Secretary General, but when the campaign starts within we and SLPP, for the
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. So
Definitely. All right, thank you.
thank you so much. God bless.
All right, that was Aziz. Boy, Eddie Cisse will come on na me backstage number. Eddie Cisse, thank you very much for listening from the backstage. So I really appreciate that. Okay, next time. All right, so well, okay. All right, guys. So I just want to thank now also the viewers. We take the opportunity for give their own opinion. It's important that we talk because talking now in the solve problem. If we talk, we go able listen to each other, we go able understand each other, and sometimes we go able reason some of the things that they say. So I always like for talk. Okay. So I want to thank Dr. Richard Conteh for coming. I will try for find a way for Brian come, and what I try for do. I want since we did now are very close to the NDC, the National Delegates Conference, for would they invite some of them potential candidates here? Come, can tell we what actually you get where the other person not get. I believe same that the best way for do politics. Not to for go attack somebody, not to for call somebody name, not to for do this, for do that. No. I don't believe in that. I believe in decent politics. Okay? Come, tell me why you think say you're not the best person. Tell me, just tell me. You don't need to for tell somebody say, oh, you not qualify for be part of this, or you know you not pay you dues, yes. You not pay you dues it. So All those type of things are kind of an anti-democratic behavior. The APC party will survive. The APC party will prosper, but it can only prosper and survive if we get tolerance. Without tolerance, there is no way we will be able to come together. Because you know what? Me own upbringing is different from your own upbringing. Okay? Not the same house we grow up. You get a different upbringing. I get a different upbringing. The other people, they all way come, can join this party. We all get different upbringing. But if we not get tolerance, how we go able to tolerate them different upbringing here? And it cause chaos. Okay? Now that make always me when they talk about politics. Now give and take. You come halfway, the other person come halfway, and meet in the middle. That's the best way. What I believe in also politics. Suppose for them. Now that make cannot tolerate that too much bickering. Just say the truth. Okay? That's all. May God make with intention with some of we get. May God give we the long life, well body, and the means for make we able for show some of them we old folks here waiting a modern way of politics. Okay? I go tell you now for free. If God give you the opportunity, the intention we will get, we dey try for bring the country together, irrespective of your tribe, your region, your educational background, your mental status, because these are all the parameters we make a nation. You get the thief man them, you get the corrupt one them, you get the sincere one them, you get the lie man them, you get the murderers, you get all type of people in a community. And you as a leader, you get for look at them here and say, you know what, this guy, that's somebody where they talk too much, Dr. Mankota. Dr. Mankota, that's somebody where they talk too much. So that will left him by in talk. It don't necessarily mean say where they talk, he hate you or he hate anybody. But this now you are bringing this. See the truth, say the truth. That's all. You know, I don't know if I've been telling one thing at one time. Me, where you see so, we the men we for say, enough for talk lie. Now that attitude they I grow up with. Now that make the moment I begin lie, I know they feel comfortable. You they see me countenance. We, if you lie, then they beat you. That one of the things around the way, then you lie. If you do something, you come, you say you do something. It better than they can find out say you talk, you lie. Now that one I grew up with. Unfortunately, a lot of people there, they don't like somebody where they talk the truth. They don't like them. The moment you begin so adamant about the truth, then they afraid you, and then they see you like a threat because people are surviving through this deception. Because everybody feels same. Politics is all about deception. It's all about arrogance. It's all about enmity. It's all about these bad things then way fits na a community na in they call politics. But me, politics is a social science. It is an interaction between people, and it's also a competition, especially multi-party democracy. Now a competition of ideas. Bring your idea, how you what you think say now in they help the country. The other guy way opposite, he say, you know what? I don't believe in this idea where you bring counsel. Hey, this is my idea. Now competing ideas. That's not the main purpose of multi-party democracy. You know mean say because Mr. A na APC, you na Mr. B na SLPP, Mr. C na NGC, all these people are different. All these people should, they're not for talk, they're not for interact, they're not for work together. The politicians, then they use against we because they know say that's now we weaken point as a society. When Madabi Okam, what happened? He had the opportunity for bring them the people them together more and more. But what happened when they come? They can make the country is so toxic. It's very, very dangerous. It's very, very frightening. Now we work towards peace, okay? Now we work towards peace because peace is important in anything. So I just want to thank Una for that, and may God bless Una. We go see Una back. Other couple. Well, unfortunately, guys, the program don't done. So Almami Singo, somebody named Almami Singo. Well, unfortunately, I don't know. It's Alex saying somebody send you me this and Aziz. Bruh,
Yeah.
hello.
Yes, how are you?
You know about Shabu.
Yes, all the time, all the time.
A time they manage well. Who shall they?
Now from Sierra Leone, Freetown.
You know how to know because the place dark.
Yeah, it's dark. Just the background. It's dark.
The dark,
Sierra
so,
Leone,
so
it's dark.
you know how to know. I know say that's alone. Now that make I bring you can be able to see you pop up. I know I just want to laugh small.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
how done they?
Come on.
I say how done they how
Hello?
they do? Yeah, I say how they do they?
Well, we thank God by the darkness, all over darkness. Thank God, all over darkness. I just come out at this kind of house, all over darkness,
I know.
Really? Yeah.
Unfortunately. Well, let's pray
Yeah.
to God. Let God bring somebody way progressive because now one of the things around in the way I just they talk about progressive leaders, them the leaders the way they bring development and all this type of things where the other countries and they do. We now
Yes.
when it comes
Yeah.
to leadership, oh you know me brother Timini, you know me brother Mende, you know me brother so now that one they no more. Then they tell you same, I will do this for you. And the one we
Yeah.
support them. Yeah, you know me brother. So I know we left me brother. I go support the other person because not to the same tribe with they not to the same, That one day,
Yeah.
if we just they try for reduce some of them things and they are things say go able to help that country. Look at 21st century. Look, you see on a darkness.
Darkness, to all about darkness. Darkness, really.
Yeah.
But we pray that we get somebody who will come and get Salah at heart.
By God's power.
You
So
know.
thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Thanks so much.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye. Take care.
All right, guys. I just bring calm because I see the darkness. Now that make I say, waiting, I'll bring this guy. Make I can laugh small. But in any case, I just want to thank Kuna again for Una contribution towards this platform. It really they, make me feel happy anytime. I'm very much happy for Cam because when we interact, so it's good. Not so it's good. So definitely it's good. All right, so we'll see you back next week, the same time, the same place. All right.